Hello, my name is Dawn from Infinite You Life Coaching, and welcome to today's short post-workout practice. So just getting some stretches in after doing a workout. If you'd like, you can join me at the top of your mat. So we're going to begin with feet together, palms forward, a nice tall spine, grounding into the tripod points of your feet, maybe widening your heels a little further away so that they're more centered in your feet. Tucking in your tailbone slightly, tucking in your chin slightly. Just breathe. Take a moment to catch your breath if this is directly after your workout. Try to settle in a little bit. Let your body know it's time to relax. And when you're ready, we're going to ground down into the right foot. So maybe coming up onto your toes first so that you can find your balance. We're going to bring the left knee to the chest. So as you're hugging in the left knee to the chest, you can point and flex that left foot. Maybe rotating your foot in one direction several times and then in the other direction. Then with control, we're going to bring that foot behind us. I like to keep the opposite hand on my abdomen to make sure that I'm keeping that core strong. And while grabbing onto your back foot, pulling that back foot up and the knee towards the floor. Taking several breaths here. If you need a wall or a chair near you, that's totally fine. Then just creeping your fingertips more towards your ankle, we're now going to flex that foot. And just seeing this is much lower in that quad area and more closer to the knee. Again, core is strong. And with control, we're going to lower that foot down, maybe rocking back and forth on your feet a few times. Lift your heels, lift your toes. We're going to take it to the other side, so grounding down into the left foot this time. And when you're ready, maybe coming up onto your right toes first, bringing the right knee to the chest. And we can point and flex those toes. Then bringing the foot into a rotation in one direction. And then the other direction. With control, bringing that foot back. So again, putting your left hand on your abdomen. You've got a hold of your foot and you're pulling your foot up as you're pointing your knee down. Core is engaged. Ribs and pelvis kind of moving towards each other. Creeping your fingertips down towards the ankle now. Flexing the foot and just seeing if you notice a change. And where you feel that sensation. And with control, lowering your foot down. Again, we'll take a couple rocks. Toes to heel. And when you're ready, hinging from your hips, we're going to come right into a ragdoll. So fingers can come down to the floor for a moment if you want to bend your knees to see what's comfortable, or legs extended, whatever feels good. Then taking a hold of opposite elbows. Just allowing your upper body to be completely relaxed. Maybe nodding your head a few times up and down and side to side to release any tension in your neck. And mentally give yourself permission to be heavy here. We'll take 2 more breaths here. Maybe a rock side to side for these last 2 breaths. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our palms to the floor. So with your right palm on the floor, we're going to bend the right knee and just inhale the left hand up to the sky. Continuing to breathe. Feeling that stretch in your left hamstring, left hip. One more breath here. And with control, floating that hand down. We'll switch sides, so bending the left knee, left hand grounded, and inhale the right hand up to the sky. This time feeling the stretch in your right leg. Keep breathing. One more breath here. And floating your right hand down to the mat, we're going to go ahead and step the right leg back. And putting your right hand on the inside of your left foot, we're just going to inhale that left hand up to the sky. And you can stay here, or you can twist that back foot so you're coming on the outer edge, resting on the mat, and allowing that top arm to come behind you, palm up. Continuing to breathe. On your next inhale, bring your arm back up and over. We'll frame the front foot. If you are on the outer edge of your foot, you're back on your toes. And we're just going to hold this runner's lunge for a moment, maybe rocking forward and backwards. And then lowering the right knee, untucking the back toes. And from here, we're going to inhale our hands up for this low lunge. As your arms and fingers or tips are reaching up to the sky, your hips are softening down towards the mat. And doing a little check, maybe pulling that right hip back just a little bit. Allowing your hands to come down and rest upon your knee. Letting your hips sink a little deeper. And then pushing into the front foot, we're just going to bring our torso up a little. So bring that front leg more into a 90-degree angle. Tucking your chin. And just curving your back a little. Think about nice strong core. Might feel this in the right hip flexors or knee area, your psoas. And when you're ready, we're just going to bring our hands down to the floor. Maybe inching your front foot forward just a little bit as we come into our half splits. So flexing that front foot. Again, checking that left hip, maybe pulling it back just a little bit. And just have a nice tall, extended spine here. Think about your shoulders moving away from your ears. Toes are pointed back towards your torso. Heels pushing into the mat. Think about your tailbone moving away from you. Taking an inhale and exhale, just allowing your spine to curve down. Maybe walking your hands further forward. Just breathe. And on your next inhale, we're going to come back up into our lunge position, tucking the back toes. And we're just going to step right back up into our forward fold. We'll take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. This time stepping the left foot back. So planting the left hand on the inside of the right foot, we'll inhale the right hand up to the sky. And just breathe. Pushing into that left hand, a strong left quad. You can either stay here Or you can allow your body to turn onto that outer edge of the back foot and allow that top hand to come down, palm up. Continuing to breathe. Inhaling your hand back up and around with control. We'll frame that front foot. And from here, we're just going to rock forward and backwards. Just a couple times. And when you're ready, lowering the back knee, untucking the back toes, and we'll inhale our hands up to the sky. Nice tall spine. Allowing those hips to just soften down towards the mat. Maybe pulling that right hip back just a little bit. Fingertips are reaching to the sky. Allowing your arms to come down, hands resting on that front knee. Let your hips sink just a little more. On your next inhale, just pushing into that front foot just a little bit to bring that front leg more to a 90-degree angle. And with your hands on your knee, we're just going to drop our chin to the chest and start curving our shoulders and our spine just a little bit. Take one more breath here. And when you're ready, we're just going to allow our hands to frame that front foot, maybe edging that front foot forward a little bit as we lean back into that half split. So we're flexing the front foot. Maybe bring that right hip back just a little bit. Our spine is nice and straight and extended. Just breathe. Heel is grounded, and your tailbone energetically moving away from you. Just breathe. And you can stay here or allow your spine to curve down. Bring your forehead towards your knee. Maybe walking your fingertips forward. And from here, we're just going to bring this front foot to the back, tucking the toes and coming into our downward facing dog. And go ahead and pedal out your dog. Just allowing your body to relax after those deep stretches. And you can find stillness when it feels right for you. We'll take a few breaths here. And really grounding down into that left hand, maybe even widening your feet a little bit. We're going to take the right hand across and underneath us. You can grab onto your thigh, your calf, or your ankle, and take your gaze up past your left armpit. Think about bringing your tailbone up to the sky. Heels towards the floor. They don't have to be touching the floor, just reaching towards. Bringing that hand back, and we'll go to the other side. So again, thigh, calf, ankle. Gaze up past the armpit. Tailbone reaching towards the ceiling. Really the ceiling and away from you. And when you're ready, we're going to bring our hand back up. Bending our knees, you can either step or hop up into a malasana. So once you're in position, your toes, everyone varies a little bit, but a little bit out from center at least. And we're just going to bring our hands to heart center. And think about your tailbone reaching for the floor. And your spine reaching towards the sky. And from here, you can lift your bottom a little and then let it settle back down again. And do that a couple times. And then just holding your malasana just for a moment. And then either putting your hands on the floor or reaching forward and dropping your bottom down. We're just going to bring our feet together for our butterfly. So we want a nice tall spine here. Both sit bones are grounded. Your feet are grounded. Knees are not forcing, but relaxing down towards the earth. Shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. See if you can reach your spine just a little bit higher. Really extending those back muscles. And when you're ready, we're just going to allow our spine to curve down, either leaving your hands on your feet or walking your hands forward. Just breathe. And from here, I'm just going to scoot back just a little bit. And bringing my right foot forward, I'm going to bring my left foot to the inside of my right thigh, just for this half butterfly. I'm going to inhale our hands straight up. Exhale, pivoting from the hip creases as we come forward. So hands can be on the mat. You can have them underneath your calf, your ankle, your foot. And just allowing your forehead to come towards your shin and your knee. Just breathe. On your next inhale, just use your hands to walk back up to center. And we're just going to switch. So bring your left foot forward, right foot inside. Inhale our hands straight up. Exhale, pivoting from that hip crease and holding on to the leg or just letting your hands straight to the floor and allowing your forehead to come down towards your knee. On your next inhale, just using your hands to walk back up to center, and we're just going to come down onto our backs. So once we're down, we'll give our knees a hug. And then with your left foot on the mat, we're going to cross for the supine pigeon. So crossing your right ankle just above your knee. And from here, you can leave your foot here, depending on how much sensation you're having. We can bring the whole setup closer, so both feet are flexed. You can thread your hand underneath to be underneath, in between, or just behind your knee. You can actually use your right elbow to increase that sensation just a little bit as you pull that leg towards you. And just breathe. If you bring our body ever so slightly to the left side, you might notice an increase in sensation there. can also bring your hands to the outside of the left knee. So just finding what works best for you. And just breathe into that sensation, allowing every exhale to be a welcoming to just surrender. One more breath here. And we're just going to release our hands. Hands can be in cactus or out in a T. And we're just going to allow the legs to come down to the left side so that your right foot just is on the floor. And you can allow that left leg to soften. Gaze can be up to the ceiling, or you can take it to the right side. Just breathe. Trying to let go of as much tension as you can here. We do tend to hold a lot of tension and don't even know we're doing it. So in poses like this, it gives us that opportunity to really just give our body permission to soften. And when you're ready, we'll take our gaze back up to center if it was to the side. And with control, bring our legs back up. And then we'll switch sides. So bringing the right foot down onto the mat. Bring the left ankle to just above the right knee. And from here, you can stay. Or you can begin bringing your legs back. If that feels good, you can interlace your fingers behind that right thigh. Maybe using your left elbow to push that left knee away as you bring the legs set up towards you. Both feet are flexed. Shoulders are relaxed. And just breathe. And you can always try putting your hands interlaced on the outside of the knee. And you can experiment with coming a little tiny bit to the right side. So what you'll notice is as you move to the right, just targeting a different area in the hip and in the glute. Continue to breathe. And when you're ready, you can bring your arms out into a T or into cactus. And we're just going to drop the legs down to the right side so that the left foot is now. Relax that right leg. Slide down your left heel a little bit to the ceiling, or taking your gaze to the left side. Just breathe. With every exhale, giving yourself permission to soften. Even scanning and searching for areas that are holding tension. It might not even be easy to notice at first. But if you think or questioning whether there might be tension somewhere, just see if you can get it to soften a little. Keep breathing. Nice long exhales. And when you're ready, we're going to take our gaze back up to center. Bring our legs back up. We can drop both feet to the floor. Maybe just doing a couple of windshield wipers. But when you're ready, bring your legs straight down into Shavasana. So arms are at your side, palms up, feet extended with the toes moving away from each other. Just allowing your feet and your arms to be so heavy. And after a workout, sometimes you have a certain area that's calling attention. And if it is, I welcome you in this time to give it a little stretch. And bringing the breath into that area to soften and release any tension. And just scanning your body. Asking your body what it needs in this moment. How can we best aid it to heal and to recover from the workout? Once you've worked out any kinks, just settling in, releasing any more movement. There's no need to think about the workout anymore, or even our practice. Now it's just time to be, just to allow. See if you can let go of all the body parts. See if you can let go of controlling the breath. Just be. Maybe beginning to deepen your breath, feeling your diaphragm stretch a little more than it has been. Maybe bringing your diaphragm deeper down into your belly, bringing more breath into your ribs and your back. Some gentle motion to your fingers and your toes. Rocking our hands and feet side to side, maybe the head as well. And then bringing your arms up above. We're just going to do a nice long stretch. And when you're ready, just coming to a comfortable side, we'll take one breath here. And then when you're ready, back into a seated position. We'll take 2 inhales with our palms out to the side. Bring our palms up to touch. Exhale, bring your hands to heart. I'll do that one more time. Inhaling, arms and palms out. Up above your head, palms touch. Exhale, bringing your hands to heart. Allowing your thumbs to find your heartbeat. Maybe bowing your head down to your heart. And really have appreciation and gratitude for yourself today. Not only did you show up on your mat, but you showed up after a workout. That's a beautiful thing. So may your workout and your cool down bring your body so much goodness. I bow down to you for showing up today. Namaste.